Greetings and salutations. Welcome to a special Sunday night Canucks with Guitars. I'm Ben. It's Trev. It's Terry, who are also Canucks with Guitars. If you're new, please subscribe. Hashtag Road to 5K. We are now, as of last check, 78 unknowing subscribers. They don't know they're going to be subscribers yet because they're not subscribed. But we're 78 away, folks. So let's hope
be happy we did.
Yeah. Help a fella out. Hashtag help a fella out. So welcome one, welcome all. Of course, we're presented by LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, FU Tote, PTM Guitars, and of course our preferred retailers in the whole wide world. Flipside. Lovely Denver, Colorado. And in the chat, we already got 27 people. They're filing in. They're filing in. All right. So I'm gonna go all the way back in time to almost 46 minutes ago. No, 47 minutes ago. First in the chat this evening was Paul McNary, and I think it's one of the cats because it's just an emoji. And then we got a water buffalo and all the cats. So clearly the cats have taken over. And then we got. He says, hey, is this the right place? The man, the legend, the myth himself, Mr. BHB Jr. That's Bruce. Great to see you, brother Bruce.
Yeah, nice to see you.
OG of the channel, Trev. OG. Mm-hmm. Trev knows. He does his homework. He knows the backstory.
Yep.
Randy Crooks is here. Good to see you, Randy. And who else we got here? Charles 75N. More on him in a little while. Oof. Ryan Hall, our music in law, right there. Say hello to Ma. We got Herb at Fireside Studio in the house. Good to see Herb. Some guy named Terry's 3Gs. Never heard of him. Nope.
No.
Not a clue. Who else we got here? No, they're all just them talking to Jeff Puddlester. I'm doing a show. We discussed this. No, I'm not yelling at Trev.
Meow.
Yeah, exactly. Dave Chase is here. What's up, Dave?
Right on.
The cat.
Cat's here.
River Docs is here. Good to see Doc in the house. Putting up some great content as of late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a video or so behind. I know that. Marsha Murray in the house. Hobo Roadie himself, the legend. Dan of New Jersey. Hip Metal Works. Who else we got in here? JP Page 2. Frankie Keeley. We all from Mississippi. My knees hurt. Who's not from Mississippi.
Nope.
Mason Douglas. Good to see you. All right. Lawrence Cash of Alaska. Settle down, I'm told. Settle down. All right.
Charles.
Bruce is a lot like Charles 75N. He's just like, easy, Ben. Just hold on the reins a little. Pace yourself. Do you want to do the show? You're doing all the talking. No. Again, not talking to Trev. Retro Puffer's here. Ben Allmark is here. Taylor 315. Good to see you. Patrick Trites.
Right on.
Really? Every time I say something, you're going to just, meow. All right. Guitar Man 45, D-Mac, Mr. Anderson 59, Cool Tunes Made Easy, Gear Jug 35.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Tamberg. I don't know, Charles. You're just going to sit there and mock me? What if I turn on the amplifiers? You're not going to like that at all, are you? Now you're having a bath while yelling at me. Just like, lick, and then it's like, you look like you're stroking out. What's going on? Anyways. Oh, boy. United Effects here. Good to see you.
Right on.
Shows right off. Well, when I moved in, I wanted to put a door on the studio. Blackjack Guitar knows exactly what I'm talking about. I know it. Tone Dragon's here. He says the cat really adds a nice touch. Great. Studio lighting. Hey, Michael Krause, and internationally in King Studios. Bird Merkel. 48. Randy Crooks. And to let fine folks know any super chat is going to work. Look, you don't get super chat, you don't get food. Okay? Food. It's only $5. That's like 14 to put taxes up for.
I'm having flashbacks to the Presidents of the United States of America there in their kitty song.
So, yeah, I was going to say any super chats the rest of the month coming through are going to be going towards the girls' holiday gifts.
That time of year again.
She's in the litter box now. Yeah. So, unbelievable. Yes. So, there we go. We'll thank the patrons and patrons in a little while.
Michael Krause sounds like Ben needs Steve from Boston, aka the Cat Whisperer.
What? Just use the litter box. I don't know what the problem is. Help a fella understand. Also, so live Q&A. Clearly, we're live. Q&A, you got the Q's, we got the A's. And then also, we'll be doing some virtual busking as well. So, the tip jar is open for that. I was supposed to learn some new tunes. I didn't. But I remembered another tune back for, Unlocked Out of the Vault, I think. We'll see. What's that sitting out over there? Oh, yeah, it was used as an example last night. Forgot to put the pedal back on the shelf, as it were. Hearing all the hissing from the amplifiers, so yeah, we'll
Warmed up.
We are warmed up. The hands are doing well. Where's my little wristband, just in case I need it?
Yes, that's true. When you were playing in the pre-show, there was no crickly crackling sound, so that's awesome.
Are you just congratulating me too? All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. There we are. Oh, you're coming right in. Why don't you come and say hi to everybody? All right. Here, come here. Come here.
Hey, Eddie.
Oh, now you go running upstairs.
Figures.
Some people's roommates is all I'm saying. Some people's roommates. Do I have stuff? Yes. Pajama pants and socks because it's cold.
And slippers.
Sandals, actually.
Oh, sandals.
Yeah, I just wear sandals year round.
Beachy.
Right? Just for Doc saying, what's the deal with all the layers? Yeah, 48 degrees, Doc. 48 degrees. Oh, with a wind chill, so it feels like 44.
There you go.
There we go. I've got a something cat blackjack guitar. Oh, buddy, Nemesis. 85% humidity still. It's going to be this the whole show. I just know it.
Yep. Keep it interesting.
So I can't even say it's off the rails. I don't even see the rails. We're not even rail adjacent. Pete Nick
Catastrophe.
Right. I think this is. There we go.
Same cat time.
All right, so Ben's going to have a little something to mellow out because I'm wound. Wow. I'll be back. Talk amongst
Maybe
yourself.
I should stop laughing. Maybe the cat's picking up on it and responding.
Likes the attention.
Yeah. Take care, DJ Play Nice. Nice you to drop in.
Cheers.
The cat wants a toke as well. Jeez.
Possible. I mean, that's Ben's throwing down some catnip right now. Keep him busy. Definitely
Yeah, that's
Canucks
right.
with cats.
Unbelievable.
I
Canucks
don't know
with
if I'm flipping
cats.
done with that cat. Anybody want a cat? The bidding starts at 3. It's like, I want to go outside. No! It's dark out. It's cold out. I'm just going to warm up on the saxophone, and then I'll switch to guitar. How about that?
Sounds good.
DJ Play Nice is here?
Was.
Yeah, here and gone.
Oh, okay. Wow. Will I cover shipping? I'll hand deliver the cat. We got Devil's Horns, Alien, Rob Blackmore official. No, wait, exclamation mark. So it's Devil's Horns, Alien, Rob Blackmore official. Cats have, yeah, something like that. I don't know. Free plus $20. I got, yeah. Let me guess, Ryan. I got to give you the $20, right? Blackjack Guitar asks, Ben, have you tried the octave pedal yet? I have. There's actually a members only video listed about that. Had some issues. That's all I'm gonna say. There was a lot of cursing. Happy birthday, Nick. Will I deliver to Boston? Yes. Yes, Donnie. I will deliver to Boston. That's right, for the voice of Cornhole in the house.
That's what I was going to say. I don't remember seeing them before. Or else they were
The
here
voice of
before.
Cornhole is an alumni of my birthday hangs, Terry. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Also co-host when Cousin Doug decides to go live.
Ah.
All right. Well, there. Now that that's in the system, let's happen to have here an au natural shaped object thing that if I turn up the master volume, it is not unbelievable. It should be, but it's not. Because they said it to... I did! I thought. Bruce? All right, Bruce with a constructive criticism. For the girls. Ah, it's so hard to do. Something like that. Oops. What's up, Wayne? I forgot to change the pedal on the pedal board. Dang it. Alright. What can we play? Nope. Ooh. Oh yeah, we could do that. Because that's what it's my go-to lately, folks. Yeah, start playing guitar. Cat, shut up. Notice that. Oh. Is that loud enough? I don't know. It doesn't seem. I guess. You can flip the audio there, Trev. We've got a question. From the Colin Bruce. What guitar is that? Well, Bruce, this was an early acquisition, 2023. Joe Sika. And by early, I say, I don't know, January 2nd. This is the low end, which I do, got a low number.
It's all right.
2420. Okay. What it is all natural, clean top, made. Like, keep looking inside there. Upside down. I'm going to say Indonesia. Handcrafted in Indonesia. Nope. That tailpiece on the wiggle stick. What do you call those? Alcohol inlays? I don't know. Oh, we never played that. audio is going underwater.
Little bit. When I turn it on your noise cancellation. How about now?
Better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, sometimes I think we have to talk for it to engage itself.
Gotcha.
Weird.
All right, back to our.
Apparently, Ryan thinks I'm in a tunnel. Similar, Taylor. Similar. But yeah, the thing about it was prior to this, I had a Jet. I'm pointing back there because that's where I used to live. And then, but it was dark. I didn't like the pickups. It was dark sounding. And then this thing, I plugged it in and I was like, wow, that's bright. I wonder what the neck pickup sounds like. And then I look and it was already on the neck pickup. Then I put it on the bridge pickup and it was really good. Patrick, no, fiber optic, it runs up that road. It runs up that road. They did not connect between the roads for me because I'm right in the corner of a municipality, which sucks balls. Michael Krause just figured I had a phaser on my voice, right? I don't know what's Ryan's going on, but I think he's watching a whole other kind of movie on another screen or something. I don't know what's going on.
Do it. Tunnel.
And being a full hollow body sounds pretty good acoustically. Thank you, Bruce. And thank you, Doc, for the super chat. I suppose a fellow could just click over to that tab and go like that.
There it is.
Appreciate it. Reminds me, I gotta get some more soda pop this week. Yeah, we may switch to other guitars. See, Bruce hasn't been around in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce, a lot's changed. It's one of the reasons we need to catch up. Maybe we'll FaceTime each other, messenger type thing. Well, no, you gotta figure out camera. You gotta figure out camera. But yeah. Let's see. I was thinking Bruce and I haven't, I don't think, talked since 2018. Yeah, I don't really play many of those guitars anymore, if at all, or own. I got the classic Tellys. Ben only has this guitar. That's right.
I was gonna say, was the J Tercer around back then?
No, I don't think it was. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe that was.
Oh yeah, well, including Bruce, I moved. I moved since we last. So, hey, there's John DeShane.
Welcome in, John.
Brother John.
We're gonna go for something a little more aggressive for the next mini set. So I'm preparing now.
I like it.
Yeah, see, I can fill time, Trev, because I'll book at it. I'll talk about the next guitar in advance of playing it. You see?
There you go.
One at the end, and then.
Efficient.
Well, I know, again, our friend Bruce there, he's a fan of the Wolfgang shaped objects.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, Bruce. This is, I don't know, 2011, 2012, made in Japan special. Hardtail. As you see, no, that's not a harmonica stuck on the end of it. Looks like it. Signature Telly-shaped object. That is still unplayable at the moment. I gotta get that fixed. Well, it's more. All right. So yeah, this we snagged in 2019. Yeah. Hey, Trev, solo me out again for a second. Or that's fine. That works. There we go. Yeah. I like how they do the burst on the headstock. I swear that's my favorite thing, Trev.
Yeah.
That the big old Ace Frehley style banjo tuning pegs style. It's got some DNA on it. I can see that in the reflection. And we recently fixed the output jack. What's up, Kush? So why doesn't a fella just loosen up the throat a little more to play?
There you go.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Eric?
Can't talk about. Oh, I gotta crush up some more. Can't talk about what we're doing. We're gonna show it off for any length of time. Show them. Oh, all right. We will. Ferd's calling the shots now too.
Yeah. Well, use the Grand Poobah.
I'm hoping I got to do a little tweak on Ferd, and then hopefully we can maybe play it on next week's show if Ben has time to get it onto the tone bench. Now, Bruce Trev, fun fact, knows about the other Kramer because he was there when I got the first Kramer.
Right on.
Yeah, he was there. So, but dig a vu on this a vu.
Yep, hang on, working on it.
Yep,
Right.
I know. This is one of the Charles 75N creations in collaboration with Unfucking Believable. Started life as a Crema Beretta Speciale. Here, we'll highlight it. La, la, la. Which then Charles fabric wrapped all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bruce played the other Kramer.
Right on.
What do we put in here? DiMarzio Super Distortion, I believe. And, yeah. We got to get this up and running. So, yes, it's on the list. It's on the list. I've been busy. All right. And who's and how? So, any questions at the moment? It is Super Distortion. That's what I thought. Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't we mention? Thank you, Terry. He's just like here. Right. So, because I see he's getting lippy in the chat. Because he's all pride. You know, he's like, yeah, I did my show today. And Bruce is like, that's your work? Yeah. By the way, Bruce, Charles has a show on Sundays if you're around. Lunchtime show. Just saying. Anyways, I almost messaged you earlier today about that. Just if the fellow was free to watch it. What's up, Bonkers? So, Trev.
Yeah.
So last night, right, sitting there watching Steve from Boston for a bit. You know, we like Steve. Steve. Talk about trailers and yard work and, the usual fare. Maybe even played a little guitar. I'm not quite sure. And then I get a text. My phone goes off, right? It's our friend Charles 75N. He says, hey. I said, hey. He says, I don't know if you happen to notice, but Fruitcake Tony's doing a show on Wayland tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I replied, I don't know if you noticed, Charles, but I'm guest starring on it, and I shared it as a community post on my channel.
Right.
It's like, pay attention to the thumbnail, Charles. It says special guest star right there. So Charles, not so big on details at times. There's Mad Raj in the house. Steve is a great guy. Great. So, yeah, Charles. I'm like, what? Hey, there's sexiness. It all wrapped up in the YouTube channel. Well, twice over. Boner James and Mark Taft. Twice as sexy. There you go. Mark's like, what? What did I just walk into? Well, Mark, I don't know. Great to see you, Mark and Boner. So, yeah, that happened. And then, thanks again, Fruitcake Tony, for having me over on Show Me Your Pick, Wayland edition.
Yep.
That was a fun show. Not a lot to discuss for gear because Wayland didn't mix it up much. Well, other than putting digicals in his guitar at some point in the 80s and stuff like that. And, But that was one of those ones. I'm not going to lie. Tony did not reach out to me, Trev. I just saw the thumbnail or the link, when he created it. Wailing. Phone. Hey, similar to what I do with Charles 75N. I'm like, I'm just letting a fella know that a fella is inviting himself on.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry to hear that, Ryan. There's Mayhem. Ooh. Native Effect got a Gretsch. Nice. So, and by the way, yeah, apparently Charles grew a beard in like a day and a half. I'm like, when did you have a beard last, Charles? But then Bo pointed out, he goes, no, I think that's just dust from sanding. So well, that's quite possible. Seth Sear made it. Presley California Customs, also co-host of Guitar Safari, which is a good enough show for Trev to sleep through.
Mm-hmm.
I kid.
It comes around pretty early on a Sunday morning here.
Thank you, Keith.
Thanks, Keith.
Right on, Keith.
Appreciate super duper sticker. And we got a host of Trans Trem Thursdays, as well as, what's the Sunday show called? Sunday Chat? I used to call this show the Sunday Chat. Anywho's, Ryan. OU812 channel there. Chief Bottle Washer over there. And Trev helps out over there. And John DeShane and R2D2. I mean, R2R3. Same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, they're all over there playing tunes and, I don't know, talk about stripe-shaped objects and guitars that have missing headstocks, which tells me Ryan has a decapitation fetish when it comes to guitars at the very least. I'm not quite sure if I should be concerned or not. And we hope the back is doing better as well. So there we are. I think caught up on folks here. Good. Oh, they're all saying hey to hello to each other. That's fine. All right. Terry just refuses to say anything out loud. I know. Yep. And so I want to thank the patrons over on the Patreon. Get a shout out every week. Oh, speaking of which, Patreons and channel members this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I can help you with that in a minute, I think, Mason. This Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we're doing our next Water Buffalo meeting for channel members and Patreons. You can click the join button or go to the following address that I thought Trev was putting on the screen, so I was dragging out. So I will do it. There we are. You can go to this following web address or just search for my name on the website because that'll work. And become a patron and join the fun. The last new person, because it always seems to be someone new, was Marsha Murray. He showed up, but he had a different name, sort of like SMY Tree next to us. He just has Trev down here.
Mystery.
SMY Tree, right? So this guy, and I'm not going to say his real name because it's not his real name in the chat, Trev. That's privileged information. Members know, right? And so there's a lull in the conversation, and I said, I don't even want to be a dick or anything, but who the fuck are you? And he's like, oh, I'm Marsha Murray. I'm like, touche.
Yeah.
You wear the hats. Sure.
Still probably the only person.
Murray. Ferdberkel has. Don't make him get it out. Well, let's wait. It's a little cool. Right? 100 degrees. He's not wearing a buffalo hat. I'll tell you that right now. So, we're doing that on Wednesday. And we got to shout out the Patreon. The patrons on Patreon, which is LRM Guitars, T. Ricky, Guitar Man 45, Cousin Todd Flowers, Doug Strong, Randy Crooks, Fruitcake Tony, Blackjack Guitar, Keith H, Paul McNary, and all of the cats, JP Page 2, John ZD351, Brother Ben Tom, Jeff K again. Well, Jeff K twice, actually. Anyways, SMY Tree. Gear Junkie 35, Charles Green, more on him in a minute. Unfucking believable, Charles 75N, Hot Rod Josh, Mr. Anderson 59, and of course, Lawrence Cash of Alaska. What's up, Eddie Faye and Earl? Pete was good today. So, what was more? Oh, yeah. 1 week from tonight, we got Charles Green returning. Talk about his time working at the Whiskey A Go-Go, amongst other things. So that'll be fun. And then 2 weeks from tonight, it's very scary indeed, very scary. Ooh, it's my best Count Floyd I can do, Trev. I'm sorry.
Pretty good.
But the best I can do.
It's good.
Ooh, it's very scary. I liked it when they cut from the movie. He's just sitting there smoking a dart. He's like, oh, he puts out the smoke. You know, it was like sweet. I love it. So our third annual Halloween special. So we'll be doing that. Hello, Blue Mox. Blue Mox. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I don't know who's on. So if you have a costume, that's the key. You want to be on. Lurking in Texas. That's a song, Billy, if I've ever heard. Just lurking in Texas.
Right.
Anyways, Billy Baloney's here, a.k.a. William Bologna, when he's in trouble. But yeah, if you got a costume, you want to show it off, reach out to a fella and come on and be part of the group hang for Halloween. I will probably be just throwing on a dashiki as usual. Although, a fella was contemplating just shaving the chin, dyeing the beard, and being Lemmy. So.
That would be cool.
Right? Just put on the sleeveless button-up shirt and call it a day.
But not the cut-off shorts.
I am not wearing the Daisy. Too cold. No, we're not doing Lemmy. That was summer festival season 1983 one. Denim vest and Daisy.
Those aren't shorts. These are shorts.
Define costume. Oh, you got to be someone else. I don't know. What are you going to come as? Lawrence? He just puts on LPD shirt. Hi, I'm Lawrence. I know how to build a house. Oh, I'm the wrong person to ask. If you need a definition for costume, that's when you contact my sister. On that note, let's get this. Charles 75 then says, "Thank you for not wearing shorts." Yeah, well, maybe I will wear them, and I'll take super chats to make me not stand up.
Right.
And then you forget because someone is like, "Hey, can I check out your Gretsch?" And I get up to grab it, and everyone's like, "No."
Now I've got a picture in my head
There's
of Bo in a Tarzan costume.
Yeah, thanks, Bo. Appreciate that. Yeah, needed that.
You can't think of that.
I don't know. I can see Bo as Mr. Slate from the Flintstones.
Ryan says, Ben, you think I could pass for Grizzly Adams? If not, you could pass for the Bear.
Right.
Bruce says, I was told there was going to be guitar playing. Easy. You know, I get talking. Tangents. Mason Douglas with the last question prior to me playing it. Any suggestions on amp repair in the GTA? Yes. Oh, what is his name? If you can't, I do believe he's affiliated with Solo Guitars. So if you contact Solo Music's, aka Solo Guitar, they may have not necessarily in-house tech, but a guy they contract out to.
They use, yeah.
I was going to say, I've heard that there's a guitar amp repair guy somewhere in southern Ontario, but that's about the extent of it.
There, how we can play.
Right.
In fact, I have 4 guitars with the headstocks. They were built for what? Imagine that. No, that's just wrong. That's not enough headstocks. All right, here we go. Lifestyle choices have been consumed. I wouldn't doubt if Cosmo has a guy, because Doug Strong had the issues with his amp, and although I don't know if we want to deal with him or not. Doug's not here to talk about it, so we won't bring him up. All right, that's back. We got a Made in Japan pick to go on a Made in Japan guitar. Perfect. All right. What am I playing? Ow.
Well, the other night when we were hanging around, there was a couple songs you tore into.
Oh, that's right, because we got the output. So
That's it.
There's a gurgling sound. Well, that happens when you play the saxophone. Cat Mellow has been started playing guitar. She hates the guitar, Rob. All right. I'll let Trev deal with the digitals, with the audios and such, so we
switch it.
See you, Randy. That's fine, Patrick. You can be that guy. Ooh. Canadian content alert. Patrick Drake. Nobody got it. Not one, Trev. Must have played it bad enough. Sweet. Alright, well, then we shall avoid copyright. Got that right. Not Smashing Pumpkins, not Sylvia, or Waylon Jays. The last song was Troopers, 6 dressed as a 9. Or 3, depending. She was really reaching. And I believe, yes, the mic Pete was using was an MV88. That's why I like 9s, Trev. E string, 2nd fret. think Baby New Year is the perfect costume. I can drink all night and not take one bathroom break. I already saw you. You're already, yeah, I knew you were going that route, Murray. Ah. Kiss medley. Ooh. Blackmore finally got it. I was going to keep playing it until someone got it. Then, you know, since we got the phaser on, we just clean that up and... There's your Waylon. Just saying. Excuse me. apparently Ryan is absolutely shocked by Canadian weather phenomena. It's right across from Seattle. I do not know that one, Earl. Oh, that is not a coordination song tonight. There he is. Fruitcake Tony finally decides to grace us with his presence. Thanks for having me last night. See, now I can't do it now I'm thinking about it. See Rob Blackmore. Oh, a little 2000 man. Something like that. What's up, Scott Nickerson? Yeah, but it's a kick-ass Joe Walsh riff, Bruce. It's life in Fastlane. Oh, what was that? I need drop D for that. Well, if we're playing the drop D music, that means a guitar change, Trav. Might need a tip in the tip jar for a guitar change, is what I'm saying. Yeah! Something like that. I don't know. All right, let's have one more bowl and we'll commiserate for a minute there, Trav, and allow you and Terry to actually talk for a minute. And there we go. Oh, look at that. I saw me do a really big.
Okie dokie.
There we are.
Oakley dokley, eh?
Oh, okay. First we're gonna yep. There's a tightness there. And not in a good way. So we're just gonna move this on over there. Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, thank you Solo Music for sending me the proper binding.
Yay! Well, all right. So Terry did an unboxing during the Buffalo meeting. The non-members are going, context, Terry, context.
Yeah.
That's okay.
They sent me binding that I had ordered, and it was basically 1 by 1, and this is the proper binding. When
Yeah, that's great. I forgot that our good friend in the chat there, Mr. Bruce, have his own like a candy apple red Wolfgang. That's just gorgeous. Does anyone in the chat have a voice box pedal? You mean like a talk box, Ryan, or a vocoder? Nice. Oh, not that you had COVID, but nice that you're rocking on the 12.
Mm-hmm.
We did lick it up for Seth at California because I don't know. Holy Tava! I don't know that. All I can do is Holy Tava! And that's it, Trav. That's all I got. So I never got into the deal. But it was like, hey, have you heard the newest deal? I'm like, Holy Tava! And that's all I hear in my head. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. Not taking anything wrong, Ronnie. It's a lot of voice for a little man, but never gonna do it. Talk box. Nope. Do not have. I was looking at MXR talk box at a pawn shop in Trenton. And of course, you got to get a new tube because friends don't let friends use tubes.
Yep.
Red titanium hardware for it and red limited D-tuna for it too.
Nice.
And red noiseless springs. Oh, nice. Somebody's been shopping at our friend Adam's. You can tell. Well, Bruce, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Fire Marshal Bill all of a sudden, Trip. Let me show you something. Yeah, like I need this. Well, of course. All right. So, as we were saying earlier, Bruce, a.k.a. Mr. BHB, has actually played this guitar. So, since that time, the first modifications were the Sean Silas signature high friction volume pot was installed, as well as a D-tuna in chrome. We found out the other day because I looked at it for the first time in Asia. I'm like, oh, I'll be dipped. It's chrome. All right. Now, since that time, Bruce, dang it. Yeah, right. It's got a trim cover on it. Dang it. Can't show off the goodies. Fuck me. All right. So it's got titanium saddle inserts. And then if you can see inside, it's got a big S brass block. It's got the noiseless springs. And did I install the brass claw as well? Dang it. Yeah. Well, I got a trim cover for it now. Didn't have a trim cover when I got it.
So I was just going to say, it's actually nice to see it with the trim cover. And
it sucks because I got it's got a trim stop in there that I need to adjust ever so slightly. So this is kind of in tune, but not perfect. Yeah, it's close. Total lifestyle choices, Charles. Totally. Well, at least I put it on the right way, though. Yeah. So, yeah, it's got all the Epitone stuff going on in there, Bruce. With our friend Adam over at Epitone.
Be funny if you went back to Long and McQuaid and they still hadn't put that trim cover.
Well, it's funny you mention that, Terry, because I checked when it was hanging on the wall and they hadn't fixed it. They put it back out on the wall. So I took it down again and I said, fucking fix this, you goofs.
But it was factory installed. It should be that way.
Adam insists on getting the trim stop, right, Bruce? And I'm not saying that I got a bit of a deal, but I was told, I'm setting up some guitars for a rock star tomorrow. I'll pad his bill to offset the cost. I'm like, really?
Right.
So, yeah. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to grab an aggressive guitar in a minute, but, I was hoping for one more super chat. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Just hoping. That's okay. We've had some
for the girls.
For the girls.
For the Xmas Fund.
I thought you said for my ex. I'm like, no, Terry, not at all. I have no portion, no more, no, none of the garnishing.
For the Xmas Fund. Not for the X.
Well, Patrick, that was the idea. Mazel show the honey bee off to. Well, because we know Bruce is a fan of shaped objects, we showed this off to Bruce. Seen this one before? It's another hardtail. Yeah, all the quilt. I got a bulk deal. I got this and the Wolfgang together. Oh, and a bass. And a bass. I got the whole collection. Oh, it's in drop D. Anyways, we'll put that back. That's not what we're talking about. Thanks, Bruce. I'm telling you, really, should just grind up more at once, Trev, is what I'm saying. Need the coffee grinder down here, too. You know, I'm done.
I'm a fan.
Well, we did get the super duper sticker from Keith, so that'll take care of me walking over there. Make me get up. Now you're going to need to take it easy now, Bruce. You know, I hope you're sitting down for the next one because, you know, Trev needs to. Look at him. Trev's already smiling. He knows. It's his favorite guitar. All right, Herb, enjoy the doctors. Hopefully neither is a proctologist.
Yeah.
Right.
And for God's sakes, don't let your dentist check your temperature that way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Dentists do not need you to disrobe. Cigar box. Ooh, unbelievable. It's been a minute since I played that cigar box.
About this question from Martian Murray.
Been thinking about getting the bass. Anyone have some recommendations for one on the cheaper side? Yes.
Depends on how cheap you want to go.
That Yamaha I got for my daughter is pretty good for its price point.
Was that like Pacifica bass type thing? Probably.
You haven't seen it?
I don't know. Lifestyle choices, Trev. I know.
I know I brought it out on one show.
Oh, I don't think it was here.
Could have been the show.
But anywho's, I'm going to just tell you a good old Affinity series from Squire.
Yeah.
Squire Affinity P or J. My personal favorite is you got to pay a little more because I think you got to go to a classic vibe at least to get a PJ.
Get it.
It's hard to find PJs these days, but that's my personal fave. So I got the option for either pickup sound.
Basically, Yamaha, Squire, Classic Vibe, or otherwise, sound gear from Ibanez as well.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, you can get cheap Ibanez. I got an Ibanez bass.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, I got it when I got the Wolfgang and the Music Man. I'll grab it.
Sometimes you can find on the classifieds cheap MIMs, Fenders, but
I like this one because it's got the humbucker in it.
yeah,
and it's got like the reverse headstock.
yeah.
Already
It's cool though that's an old school one though.
Yeah. 5 bolts.
Yep. Oh, there it is.
Look at that accent. Look at that neck
Trevor.
access. Oh, and on 24 frets, you know, because you need freaking 24 frets on a bass.
Yeah. I never figured that out either.
Mm-hmm. So this thing here.
Truss rod screwed in it, though.
Yamahuski.
Yamaha Attitude.
Yeah, it's like a Pacifica.
Yeah.
It's
I like the old
$300 used.
Fender tuners.
Yeah, that's
Stickered up.
rather cool. Oh, and it's a PJ. Nice.
Yeah. Kid likes it.
And I mean, if you want to go semi-new and you are within okay with ordering from Germany, Thomann also has a decent line of basses as well too, on the cheap. But
Yeah, but unless you're buying their store brand, Terry, it's the same price as buying local.
Yeah, well, that's what
it's
I
all
mean.
map, or it's all
That's what I mean.
map pricing. So if you want a Harley Benton, which I don't know why you would, but I'd go Squire over Harley Benton. I'll tell you that. They feel more real instrument-like and less toy-like.
Yeah, I've had the Harley Benton now.
Like, I want a little girth to the bass. The bass needs to be a little heavy. You want the Motorhead hip?
Solo Music Gear jazz bass kit that I built. Also had an Ibanez sound gear. Also 2, which was my first bass that I learned on. So I've had a few. And also had that luxury of playing that one Fender jazz bass that was a 79 or whatever. And that
I never took a photo of it, but my first bass was a El Degas P-bass knockoff. Au Naturel with a black guard and straight out of the 70s with the big old chrome piece over the pickups, Trev, right in the picking area.
Yeah.
With a hard shell case, $100.
Sweet.
In 1988.
That's a good deal for back then.
Because that's what the guy paid for it when he bought it to play bass in my dad's band, and then they went through a lot of bass players in that band. But then it was like, literally, he was one of those guys, Trev, that only had an amp if he was gigging, right? So sell the amp, bass gets slid under the bed, like that. And that was the thing. Like a lot of musicians, that's where you started, because kids won't fuck with it if it's slid under the in the master bedroom, right? And that's where they kept their guitar. Right? And Dad literally called me, "Hey, you still got your bass sitting under the bed? Yep. You want to sell it?" Son's thinking about getting into it. He's like, "All right."
Beauty.
A Music Master. Wow. Nice.
So, yeah. But yeah, Motorhead is a pay-per-view song, hip. Just saying.
And I won't be playing it for you on the bass, tell you that.
Presley, what about a guitar 4?
Hey, I can play it on guitar or bass.
It's not my bass. I bought it for the kid.
Or bass 6, for that matter. I played on bass 6, probably. Might as well give the fingers a fighting chance.
Well, that's cool. Patrick's got a Lado.
Yeah. He sent in a photo of it. It's kick-ass Lado.
Right.
We've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. Is Bruce still sitting? Bruce is still sitting. Oh, I'm going to turn off the heat. We're now 69.3. You can turn off the space guitar.
Woo.
Oh, stretch the legs. Trev, put on your bib, because you'll probably start drooling in about a minute and a half.
My best friend, girlfriend.
This year started as the year of the octave, but then it got sidetracked because it became the year of the Explorer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun,
Magnifique.
dun, dun.
Yes, the Resistance.
Ta-da! With hardshell case. And this thing is basically mint. There's 2 dings that are like the size of a ballpoint pen.
Wow.
Bruce.
Dude.
Right, Bruce? Never thought I'd have one. I blame Trev and Hit Metalworks and other Explorer owners. Other than Bo
with his the Karina? Yeah, I got one of those.
Oh yeah, I got one of those. Let me just snag on it. Oh, there's just an ever so slight. Green. Not dings, relics, or gold hardware. Oh, tuner just kicked off.
Right.
I was like, eh. Come in. It's hard not to ding point. That's why it stays in its case. Just saying. Well, that and it won't sit on a guitar rack properly. Yeah. For Bruce's benefit, we'll see. There's like a guitar rack there, and then there's more guitars over there, and then there's more guitars
cases
over there, and then there's another rack that's starting over there, and yeah. I will, Bruce. So clearly, I'm still single, Bruce. Let's mention the elephant in the room. Clearly, I felt, because you inquire, All right, so type 1 in the chat if you want the full story, or 2 in the chat if you just want the stats. For Bruce's benefit, folks.
Mm-hmm. What's a 1? 3 1.
Everybody wants the dirt on, I guess, both you and the guitar.
Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. So, 21. All right. I like a good story. Unbelievable doesn't want any of it. He's like, I don't want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. All right. So, the year was 2023. We had entered into the year of the octave. And Trav's telling me, we hang out during the week quite often on one of these Zoom hang or StreamYard hangs, but not on air, obviously. Otherwise, you get notified, especially if the bell.
Call it team meeting.
Team meetings, sure. I excuse to get fucked up and talk gear, but anyways, pretty much spaced my whole YouTube channel. But anyhow.
Lessons, right? Guitar lessons.
Yeah, lessons. Well, and Travis said, well, I'm planning on playing 1,000 hours this year. I said, well, good luck, Buttercup. But he's sticking to it. And then and he's taking these little lessons from me. Hey, how do you play this song? Oh, yeah. What do they mean whether to say this? Oh, yeah. So I'm picking on the brain cells, if you will. And so the whole time he's playing an Explorer-shaped object. And then, Ken, a.k.a. Hip Matt, works and hang out with us. On occasion, he's playing one. And if he's not playing his Explorer, which is a vintage Explorer, he's playing a Jackson Kelly, which is a Jackson's Explorer-shaped object adjacent thing. So I went, okay. Very exclusive. That's right. Unbelievable. So I'm noticing. And I'm like, I always wanted one. But, I'm like, that's like owning a real Les Paul, which, I mean, a real Les Paul, a Gibson Les Paul, they're unobtainable for most people. You get an Epiphone, you call it close enough, Trev, is what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I thought, we're talking, and then Trev's like, well, why don't a fellow just get an Explorer one? They're pretty reasonable, which they were pre-pandemic, reasonably priced and stuff. And so then we started searching around, and the only way we'd find the current one, because they hadn't done the Carina reissue yet, which came out mid-year, which I still haven't seen in stores. But the ones we'd seen, these quote-unquote Carina Epiphones, they were all very orange-looking.
Like a pine table.
They're much orangier than Au Naturel. And I'm like, no. And I told Trev, I have a tendency, I allow gear to find me in life. That's how the Wolfgang found me, the Music Man found me, this found me. In many ways, well, I found it, but we found each other. Anywho's and hows. So I never thought, we'll get an Epiphone, Trev, and call it a day. Boom. Because I know they do a thing, and I always like them, like Hetfield played one, early days. I dug that. I dug his tone, and The Edge, all that early YouTube stuff. Boom. Okay. So we're looking around, and of course, post-COVID, and we're talking Canadian prices, folks. We're looking, and a new Epiphone was $1,800 plus tax. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can find a used Gibby at that price, Trev. So let's just see if we can hold out, and find somebody that's,
eyes open,
lifestyle choices, and we'll see if one falls into my lap. And so we're looking around, and I over the course of this year, I became good friends with several employees at Long and McQuaid, just down the road, the Evil Empire, which aren't so evil. They are, but they're not. But they're nice. They're evil. That chapter's nice. Anyways, and so we're looking around, and Trav and I, we bring up the Gear Hunter because Long and McQuaid nationalized, like Guitar Center, their used section was nationwide. So you just do a search for Explorer-shaped objects and it'll pop them all up at all the stores that had them listed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is assuming that a Long and McQuaid employee, which are very much like a Guitar Center employee, United Effects a little behind, I think. That's okay. You're getting the long story. They mean well, but although I do know you have to play an instrument to get hired there. But clearly you have to have no fucking business sense. Anywho, they mean well. They try. And so we look around, and they're all, $2,300 plus tax, Trev, right? For a used Gibby on, and we're looking at 13% tax, folks. We're like, we're looking 25, 26. Yeah, I don't want it. And then I'm looking around, even on the used market, and I'm talking to Terry Cena and Kijiji, and it's all 22 to 24 on the used market. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I really want to find that 18. And so I'm over at the Long McQuaid one day, and a fella just happens. Oh, I ranted a bit, Trev, because they had one of the orange ones in there, and they just sold it. I'm like, when are the new ones? The 58 reissues coming in. I were on check, even though we knew they were going to be 1900, as part of the new realm of pushing $2,000 for Epiphone-shaped objects. And so my good friend Travis, who no longer works there, he said, well, let me just in the digitals, in the database, the internal database, which is not the website, if you will. And he finds this. A 2016 40th anniversary, they called it. So it's a 76 reissue, which the only things that they did wrong, because they always do wrong, should be amber knobs, and it should have covered pickups. But other than that, it's okay. And I kind of dig the black pickups. I'm not going to lie. I dig the exposed pickup. And the black knobs tie in with... See, you would want the amber because, carpet, drapes, matching. But anywho's, and house. This shows up in Summerside PEI as used, and they got it in on trade. Trev, 2019? It had been sitting there since 2019, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Not even out in the store. It's buried in the back.
Well, I think it was out it was hanging.
Was it?
There. But then again, it wasn't really dust. Yeah, it might have been in the back because there was minimal dust, I'm saying, from hanging.
I'm still going with the theory that there was an employee there that stuffed it in the back so he could save
I think, you might be right because there wasn't a lot of dust. We'll get to the pickups. Sup, Dastardly Dave. And so we see it, and it's priced nice. It's priced they didn't pay a lot for it. So that's the thing. The good thing about Long McQuaid, if they pay fuck all for something, they flip it for fuck all. They don't try to get maximum profit, blah, blah. Because they're all about, they want to bring stuff in and flip it, especially with used stuff. Bring it in, flip fast, because it gets you in the door, Trev. Oh, look, they got a used blah, blah, for 400 and they usually go for 6. Oh, it's gone, but I might as well, since I'm there, I'll buy some strings and blah, blah, So it's a good deal. It's a smart decision. What's up, Doug? And so this sitting with it said with hard shell case, or we thought so, right? But so I said to them, all right, well, and I hummed and hawed about it, and I looked at it, in the database. I said, all right, well, what's it going to take to get it to Ontario? Because it's in PEI, which is the East Coast of Canada. That's Michael Easter neighborhood. I don't think he's in the chat today. I'm not sure. And he couldn't mention it on air in case Michael was in the chat. Didn't want him going over and snipe. PEI is not a big fucking island. So I didn't want him stealing on it. Because I think everything's a 2-hour drive away, max, So they were like, oh, we can't send it to Ontario to check it out. I'm like, why? We don't have box. That's a you problem. And they sat on it for a week because they didn't have a box, even though they put in a request. And I had to plunk down some money, and I was assured I would get a refund if I didn't like the guitar. Because that was the thing. I'm like, I'm not paying for shipping. Because that's the thing. When you buy something used online, Trev, and you don't like it, you're still out the cost of shipping, right? You can return it to your local store, but you're eating the shipping. So I'm like, I'm cheap. I'm cost effective in life. I don't want to do that. And so they put this in the hard shell case and had, well, it's on the channel. I don't know, a vapor barrier bag, like, oh, it's like the cheap clear bag used for recycling or something. Like, oh, Bruce, you have no idea. Thank you, I appreciate that, buddy. So, they just put it in a little vapor barrier bag and, in a shipping label. And like Trev was shocked, and I'm like, "Oh, there's no way this thing's in one piece, Trev. There's no way. You can't just."
It's a dry cleaner bag.
Yeah, it was in a dry cleaner bag, exactly. So, they pulled out, and I just had me hanging out at the Long McQuaid that day, and they got the order in from the Purolator, which is like FedEx, but nationalized. And so they pull out the intake it, scan it into the system, Trev. Whoa, what's this? I'm like, I know what that is. I know what that fucking is, because that's a big-ass Gibson brown case, and only cool things like Explorers and Flying V's are in big-ass Gibson cases.
Right.
So I'm like, that's mine! And I said to Trev, I can't afford this. This is not in the budget. He says, it'll work out. I'm like, all right, we'll figure it out. And so, open up the case. Oh, there it is. Oh, made a little video, threw it up. And then I played it acoustically. I didn't play it that first day. I refused to touch it. I just visually. All right. And we put it in the back. And I went in a day or so later, played it. Neck feels amazing. Well, Bo, it's because you buy in bulk. You never pay for shit. Right. And so I went over, I plugged it into a little Fender Princeton amp, and it sounded just like a classic Gibson into a Fender should sound. Awesome. Unplugged that, plugged it into an EVH combo amp, cranked up the distortion, Oh, yeah, it does the thing. Sweet. Threw it on the bench. Took off truss rod cover. That truss rod had never been touched from the factory. You can tell because there's polishing dust, Terry, inside and all around the nut that would come off the first time you would put the wrench in there. And everything was amazing. Other than, holy fuck, these pickups are hot. Like, oof da may. So, the guy, puts back on the shelf, and we waited till Customer Appreciation Day. And well, this customer would like to be appreciated. So we worked out a deal of 0% financing, extended warranties, plus a lower. I won't say publicly, but a fellow snagged a deal.
Yeah,
a fellow snagged a deal. So she's almost paid for. In December is my last payment, and so brought it home. Called up Trev on the Google machine here, and we're like, let's check it out.
Yeah.
And I hit a chord, and Trev's like, what distortion pedal you got on? I'm like, that's the clean channel of my Fender. He's like, how is that possible? I'm like, the Wolfgang doesn't quite do that. And it was like, oh. So the pickups have been lowered. What do we count? 7+ rounds on the screws.
Full turns, yeah. Dropped right down.
7 full turns, lowering the pickups to try to clean them up. Thank you, Joe, very much. And so, but this thing, I don't know. And Trev, no, at that time, I play half an hour, 45 minutes. I have to take a break. Maybe get another 15, 20 minutes out of me, and I'm done. And the hands are cramping. And this thing I played for an hour plus. No problem. And then we threw it on the bench. And that just turned into a restring video because there was nothing that needed.
Everything was on point.
I was shocked. Factory, I think it's usually around 4 to 5 64ths of an inch, we'll say, action at the 12th fret, Terry. 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 2, folks. 2. And it doesn't buzz acoustically. Are you fucking kidding me? Richard Shanahan comes over, tries it out. I fucking hate Explorers. Holy crap, this thing plays amazing. Got to borrow it to record on. I'm like, all right. All right, I was supposed to play something in drop D.
I'm going to flip your echo cancellation off.
Yeah, you do it. Copyright on that. Scott Nixon. So I think they're like 498 and 500 T pickups or something. Aljon was
500 T in the
Aljon
bridge.
Go was in the chat one
498 rhythm
in
the neck. Yes.
What was that, Terry?
I said 500 T in the bridge.
Yeah.
And 498 R in the neck. Yes.
Here we are. Gotta hit the strings harder, Trev, to get that real Zakk Wylde tone. You turn on the chorus, it isn't up, but you it doesn't sound bad. I play drop D? I could do that. All right, a couple more, Trev. We'll try to avoid the copyright. else can we do? Ooh. Going on a heavy note. There you go, Travis. There's your warning.
Gotcha.
Oh, there we are. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Take that off. Then tweaking the neck again. There we go. Easy. That stand is entirely too close to the desk, but to keep away from the space heater directly next to the. Although we turn that off, so we're okay. All right, there we go. So this has been Canucks with Guitars. Tune in tomorrow night, where I got a special guest on a special Monday night hang, Michael Nielsen, joining us, talking about and it can be digital, it can be analog, rack mount, floor mount, amp mount, right? Whatever, we'll discuss it all. He just released the new game, Forza Motorsports. One of these games. He did the soundtrack, so that's going to be fun to talk about.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And then, of course, 1 week from tonight, we've got Charles Green. Talk about his days working at the whiskey, as well as, just hanging out in L.A., drinking in L.A. I know that song. Dun, 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 dun. That was kind of trippy. I kind of like that. Drinking in L.A. Anywho's, in-house. Didn't like it at first, Trev, but after I heard it for the 14,000th time working in the kitchen at a restaurant that only got the top 40 station in. Yeah. So, and of course, if you're new, especially at this point, subscribe. Come on. And we'll see you when you put out content. You'll see us the next time we do one of these.
Or on Wednesday at the Water Buffalo meeting.
Yeah, hit the join button if you haven't already. Come hang at the Water Buffalo meeting. They're always fun. And we'll see who falls asleep and who shows up. Because it could be
you never know.
You never know what happens at the Buffalo meeting. Well, it doesn't always stay in the Buffalo meeting. If it's good enough, I'm talking about it. So, Lawrence stayed up late with the new pedal. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Right
and we'll see y'all soon. And of course, hold those doors open. Let Terry in ahead of you in traffic. I don't know why he's driving. Fucking just let him go. Anyways,
I don't have a license. Let me go in front of you then.
Exactly. Just go. Let go. So be well, be good, happy tone chasing, of course, and as always, don't litter.